Hi everybody, today I will be showing y'all how to register for courses through WebAdvisor. So first you're going to log into WebAdvisor on Chrome or Firefox, and then you're going to log in, and then you're going to go to the student menu. Once you're in the student menu, you're going to click register for sections. Once you're in here, you're going to click search and register for sections. I'll show you how to use register for previously selected sections later. You're then going to click the drop-down arrow under term, and you're going to click spring 2021 because that is the next semester which you're enrolling for classes for. You're then going to fill in what you need. So you go to your subjects, you drop down to what your subject is. It's easier to use the abbreviations if your advisor gave you your courses with that. If not, each of them are written out beside it as you see here. You're going to skip course levels, and you're just going to put the course number. So you'll put 102, 101, 205, whatever course you need based on what your advisor has given you, you'll fill in there. And then you'll get an option to choose between a bunch of different classes. You want to make sure you're checking for time and days. Sometimes if you know the professor, you can check for which professor you have. And then you want to check for open availability as well. So if you look here, this is capacity and wait list. So there's 20 seats in this class, but there's only 2 available. Now there's 20 seats in this class, but there's 0 available. So the one out of these 3 classes you'll have to choose is this one, because that's the only one that has open seats. Now you'll see that this is a hybrid course and it's 4 credits. So you have to pay attention to how many credits you have and how that class is being delivered. From there, I'm going to show you what WebAdvisor actually looks like. So students, register for sections, search and register. So then you'll go and you'll click Spring 21. Let's search for Computer Science 101, Basic 101 course, and then you can just click Submit. Now, for next semester, there's 4 courses. This bottom one right here says DL. This means it's a distance learning course, which means it's an online course. You can also see an E that would be here. That means it's an evening course, which means it's held after 5 o'clock. And then sometimes you can see a winter Maymester, or a winter mester, and then Maymesters, and then there's also summer 1s and summer 2s. According to what for next spring, you'll see that as well. But you can choose a winter mester, or you can choose a spring 1 and a spring 2. So a spring 1 course is an 8 weeks course, spring 2 is an 8 weeks course. So you can divide your spring up into 2 different courses instead of just having 5. Maybe you can fit 7 because or maybe you can fit 6 because you divide up the 2 classes within the semester. The winter semester, I believe, is only 4 weeks long, and that looks like a WD2, and spring is S1 or S2. So if you would click it and then click submit, it'll take, I didn't click anything, so it's not going to do anything, but it'll take you to a new page. I'll show you what this page looks like, and how to access this page is you go to register for sections, and then you go to register for previously selected courses. That'll bring you to this page, and this page would have been brought up if I clicked an actual class and then click submit. This is where it's going to show me. So I've already chosen to take a Computer Science 101 course. I have section 2 here, and it's in person because it doesn't say DO. Now this class is 9:25 to 10:40 Tuesday, Thursdays, which means I can't sign up for another course within that same time on Tuesday, Thursday, otherwise you can't go to both classes. So then my next course that I chose was Education 111. This class was Tuesday, Thursdays, 10:50 to 12:05. This is right after this course, and so I only have 10 minutes in between to get from the Wall Building to the Prince Building, straight shot across Wall Pond, good to go. It'll be super easy. Sometimes it's specific on what the class is, so this section is reserved for only PE and special education. because I'm an elementary education major, I might have to look into taking another course unless I have special request from my advisor to take that one course. On your day of, if you go and you pre-select all of your courses, so you see here, these 2 courses are pre-selected for me for next semester. The day of, when it's time for me to register for my classes, all I would have to do is come in and click this down arrow and register. Now, this will be at the 6 a.m. or the 6 p.m. time that you are allowed to register, and then you would go down and click submit. Now, if I click this button now, it's not going to let me do anything because it's not my time to register. So I'm not going to do that now. If you want to ever remove anything, you just put remove from the list. Or if you want to be placed on the wait list for that class, sometimes you can be put on a wait list. And after that first week, when people say, hey, this actually is in the class that I want to take, you can then be added in once that seat opens up. Now, be prepared to come 10 to 15 minutes before your 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. registration time, because as a freshman, you're the last to register for classes, which means the seats fill up very fast. If you don't get the class that you wanted, it's okay. You have alternative classes to take. If you don't have an alternative list, once you meet with your advisor, make sure to ask them for an alternative list in case those classes fill up. Because then that day of, you just remove the ones that are filled and you go back and you search for a new section that has openings. And remember, open seats is the first, seat amount or capacity is the second one, wait list is how many people are waiting to get into that class. Remember to always check days, times, and then arrive 15 to 20 minutes, I would say, before. Check to see if it's open, if all your classes are still open, and then click register, come down and click submit, and then that's all you have to do for registration.